We have a 10-week programme, and the plan is to get up to maybe 300k on a Friday morning. The whole aim here is we're taking on a large challenge. We're going cycling the length of the UK, that's the southwest of England, Land's End, all the way up through Wales, England and into the northeast of Scotland to a place called John O Groats. There's a lot of effort. It's going to take a lot of physical strength, mental strength, lots of stamina. We're going to have our highs and lows. So that's the whole idea of this training, is trying to build a team of people that can work together and go through the hardship. Long and the short, what this is all about, it's about cycling for charity, raising money for people in need. Last year we raised the money, about 20,000 for Mayo Hospice. This year the plan is maybe 30,000 euros, so we self-finance everything we do. Every single penny that we raise, 100% of it goes back into the pot. Along with the physical exercise, it's great for the head, great for the mind, mental well-being, and it's good social skills. Like, the lads are very enjoyable, they're good fun, they're good crack, and like, look, at the end of the day I get up any morning to be out with these guys.
We're taking on a huge challenge in cycling from Land's End to John O Groats. Need to put in the miles now, because no point travelling over there in June and blowing up on the side of the road.
Today we'll be doing about 200k. We've all had a bit of breakfast. I got up at 3:30, had the porridge and the toast, right here down to Swinford. Set off at about 27 kilometres an hour, cycled for 3.5 hours, then turn around, cycle back home, and be back to work then.
I was up in about 17 hours last week, so I tried to get in about 160k, which is about 6 hours during the week, 8 or 9 hours cycle on a Friday, a rest day or a couple hours nice and easy on Saturday, and 4 or 5 hours in on a Sunday. Gets me up to about 16, 17, which I'm hoping to top off at. Keep that going for a couple of weeks and just taper off for the last week, so nice and fresh going into the event.
You have a lot to sacrifice to do them, not only the training, not only the expense, everything else, but your family, the kids, your work. It takes up a lot of time, and if you want to achieve this, and if you want to do these things right, you've got to do everything right, from your training to what you're eating to what everybody's got to work. I'm in training in London on my own, so I keep in touch with the guys through whatever way media I have, WhatsApp and things like that, so I'll be looking at their training, and then I have to up my training, obviously.
Why would you take on a challenge like this? I suppose cycling, maybe the last 5-6 years, you can get up and you go out and then enjoy going out on recreational cycles 2-3 hours, but you know, you're always looking for something else to challenge you in some other way, to do something different. And you know, these long distance endurance type cycles, it is very different, whether it be when we Mizzen-to-Malin cycling through the night, whether it's the longer distance doing 350-400 kilometres a day.
I worked with a couple of the guys, and they told me that they were taking this on, and it was something that just really appealed to me, just kind of to stretch us to our limits a little bit and see, I suppose, how I'd react getting stretched to that limit, which really only happens when you're into the back end of a challenge like this, similar to last year. It just kind of teaches you a little bit about yourself, which I like doing, and I think this year is going to stretch us that little bit further, so I think we'll learn a lot more about ourselves and we'll learn more about each other.
I suppose I'm quite driven, and as you get older you need something to keep you going, and this helps me get up in the morning and train, because we have a challenge set from Land's End to John O Groats.
Like, you know, you get to the stage where you can go and do your 100-mile cycles, 150, but when somebody comes up with something like this, 1,000 miles or 1,600 kilometres in 4 days, like, that's really what gets you going, that's what gets you ticking. And I think what it is, it's just something inside, it's a self-achievement. It's one of those things where it's something you can't buy. It's not for sale. It's not for sale what you do here. This takes years of training, years of hard work, years of commitment, in the rain, in the cold, and you get that great satisfaction that it's not for sale.
We're in the middle of Achill, great scenery, dry roads, nice breeze, and hopefully on our journey on the way home we get maybe some sunshine. So what more could you ask for?
Our charities of choice this year are the Children's Hospital in Crumlin in Dublin, Western Care, who are based in Castlebar, County Mayo, and the North West Simon community. So again, at this point, I'd like to thank everyone who's contributed in any little way, all our sponsors, all the donations, how big, how small, every little bit is really, really appreciated. So thank you very much for that, and please keep the donations coming. And finally, I'd like to thank all the cyclists for all the time, all the effort, all the sacrifice. It's self-funded, so it's cost these guys quite a bit of money. I want to thank our families, friends, and finally the support crew. Without those lads, Brendan Doyle, Martin Conlon, Ryan Prendergast, Patrick Honey from last year, Seamus McDonough, none of these trips would be possible because we really need a lot of support, and there's a lot of organisation and logistics in the background that people would not realise. There's so much. It's actually more about cycling. The cycling part is the easy part. Supporting us is the difficult part. Thank you.